Okay, so Doom 3. I played Quake 3 Arena, was fantastic. Also installed Doom 3, and wow, I've played Doom 3 a lot from the original Xbox, PC, the reduns, the reduxes, everything, everything that I could play of Doom. New, old, whatever. I have played Doom, and Doom 3 VR is probably the definitive way, I think, to personally play this game. It's fantastic, and again, it's just a mod too. This is like a sort of just VR mod that just works so well. Yeah, okay, you can't manually reload the guns. Maybe later on, maybe in a PC mod if you play it on PC, probably. Quest, probably not as much, but hey, it's still pretty damn good. And pretty damn amazing. I mean, look at it. I can shoot wherever I want. You can, put your other hand underneath it to get better shots off. Although, to be fair, you can still use one hand. Shame you can't really dual wield. I mean, you can technically dual wield if you change up the settings to have a light, but honestly, I just like the light attached to the gun because it's just easier and kind of more badass. And I recommend watching the Doom 2005 movie extended cut. I like that movie. It's alright. It's not that bad. Nowhere near as bad as people think it is. Probably in the middle average to higher level of video game movies, but I enjoyed it. Always say if you're gonna watch it, watch the extended cut. Really good characters and stuff, and really badass. And upon playing that and playing VR Doom, it was kind of cool. It felt like I was actually, when you're fast enough and stuff, playing the FPS sequence in that movie, and it was pretty damn awesome. Really highly recommend it. Really love it. Runs really well in Quest 2. You can get it in Quest 1 and change settings to Quest 1 level, but yeah, Quest 2 was really, really fun and really, really enjoyable. It looks pretty damn good, and apparently you can even get higher res textures than the ones that I've got installed, so haven't really messed around with that, but honestly, it looks just as good, if not better, than kind of like what? Somewhat PC, Xbox, maybe Xbox 360 in there. In the end, though, it looks great. It plays great. It runs really, really well. Yeah, you can't really interact with things. They didn't really have a massively good physics system, I don't think, in Doom 3 when it first came out, so I can kind of understand that. Like, you see mods for, say, Half-Life 2, but Half-Life 2 had a really good physics system, so I can understand you could pick up things in that game. I can kind of understand being able to change that to VR and changing it here. All you get really is the ability to move your gun around whichever way you want, shooting, and that's about it. But it's still really, really well done. Honestly, this is a great mod by Dr. Beef, and it's just amazing in general and really proves my point when it comes to older games being played in VR. Resident Evil 4 worked, this one worked, and it's just a mod. Imagine other games being built up for VR, you know? That would be amazing. And I do think Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 would be some of the best ones. Maybe even Halo, or even with mod, even if they don't get remade into VR, you've got mods like this that are better than nothing and pretty high quality when you think about it. Like, as I just saw, I can just use one arm and move out the way and bang, shoot them from a pillar and stuff. Like, it adds so much to the gameplay, but it's so, not simple, but it feels like it's simple in terms of how they've done the VR transition and stuff. It's just really well done. And granted, it probably also helps that the game was fantastic at this time and had some good physics, not as good as Half-Life 2, but at the time it was pretty damn showcase for what you could get out of a game, so that probably helps as well a bit. But oh my god, this game just in VR, it's just so damn good. And maybe even Call of Duty 1 and 2 could be ported to VR. I cannot wait to see what this sort of stuff happens once we get to the next iteration of the Quest 3, Quest 2 Pro, whatever it gets called, Project Cambria, whatever is released next in this game, in this series of devices. And the stronger it gets, I cannot wait to see what other mods and games we get. I mean, it will be amazing. We're getting San Andreas as an official VR game. That's going to be great. Again, Resident Evil 4 was fantastic. Imagine getting GoldenEye in VR. That'd be great. Halo would be another one. I know I mentioned Halo before, but look, I just really want a Halo VR game, alright? Damn it. That game would be perfect, and you could just like physically melee the weapons and reload. Oh my god, yes, gimme. Even Doom 1 and 2 in VR is pretty damn good. Yeah, you can actually download Doom 1 and 2 in VR. Plays really good. Yeah, if you want nostalgia, you can do it in a 2D environment, but it's not as effective, I don't think. You can do like 3D guns and sort of 3D things that help morph it together, which works really well. Not as good as Doom 3 though. Doom 3 was just Doom 3 just works. Don't know if Resurrection of Evil is attached to that. I kind of wish it was, because Resurrection of Evil is actually pretty damn good. And you have the grabber, so in a way that'd be great because you just use the grabber and it's like, yeah, you can kind of pick up objects in VR, Oh, this is it. This is like I know VR devs will get there and do stuff like this, but in the end, you've got people like Dr. Beef, you've got other people out there that want to create good VR games from what's already exists. And that's a positive for me. That's a great positive because all you have to do is buy the game, especially if they're older games, like $2, $3 on sale, and port it over to your Oculus Quest 2, 3, whatever it's going to be, and it just works pretty damn flawlessly. Certain games, like say Arena, works really well because it's really just you just got guns, you're running and gunning, you're moving around. That actually ports to VR perfect. This one again ports really well. It works a lot, and there's a lot of changes you can do, but it isn't a perfect transition, but it is as close to. If you were to bring, I mean, this still works better than most VR games. If this came out in like 2013, 2014 as like, this is Doom 3 VR, here you guys go, this is what you can do, this would have been a highlight of VR gaming back then. Yeah, things change, but even now it's still pretty positive, and it's free. Technically, if you own the game on PC and you can do all that, it is a free mod VR game. Like, it's a free VR game for the most part, which is a very big positive for me because some VR games, they cost a lot and they take a lot of space up, and if you've got a 64 gigabyte Oculus Quest 2, that shit's gonna rile up. That stuff's gonna be there for a while, and it's annoying. That's definitely annoying. I've got to delete a lot of games, and it's just like, great. So if you ever get a Quest 2, get the 128 gig or plus. That you're gonna need it. But especially if with all these mods for all these games, like I said, want Halo. Would love a Half-Life 1. I think Half-Life 1 would work on the Quest 2. Not sure about Half-Life 2, but Half-Life 1 definitely, I feel like. Soldier of Fortune, maybe Call of Duty 1, probably. Maybe Call of Duty 2, possibly. I kind of feel like that's a plausibility right there. There's so many other great games, you know. So many. Sin would be great. Red Faction, I really do think Red Faction would probably be the ultimate one because that would be amazing. That game in general in VR would be perfect, but with the explosions and ripping off the walls and stuff, 1 and 2 would be pretty damn good. But hey, it depends on what you can do. Overall though, I gotta say, fantastic mod. It's great to play Doom 3 in VR again. It is definitely more scarier if you've got yourself a good pair of headphones and you turn all the way up and you're in a room. Well, technically you're always going to be in a room, but hey, if you just get yourself in that mood, you're going to have a good, scary time. And it's great. Like, I've had friends come around and play this, and they've been scared shitless, and it's perfect. And they're like, holy crap. I've got friends who've played this in VR that have played it hundreds of times on PC or Xbox or whatever you played on back in the day, or even now. And they got scared, man. They got scared. And it's so good. So good to see. And it just shows and proves how big VR can be and will get one day. Probably next 5-10 years, it'll get bigger and bigger, hopefully. But hey, in the end, fantastic game. Fantastic upgrade. I cannot wait to see what else comes. And, you know, hey, I had some thoughts on other games that could hopefully get an upgrade. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Whatever it is. If it works on Quest 2, I'm going to give it a go. Enjoy it. Anyway, that's Aussie Viking out. I'll see you on Valhalla. Bye.